Mama, we're at lesson 3, and we're growing confidence in our changing body. And part of that is learning about manners. Now, I'm from the West Coast. I live in Oregon, and it is a rare occasion when someone opens the door for me. Male or female, I could have a bag of groceries walking through the door, and I'm expected in that culture to open my own door. But when I go to other places in the country, it's a given that people are gonna open the door for me. The simple idea of looking people in the eye, saying please and thank you, is a lost art in certain parts of our culture. And in others, it's an expectation and almost an unspoken expectation that creates performance-based anxiety. So really what I want to do in this conversation with your daughters, I want you to create a space of grace, to learn about how when we enter a room and we look people in the eye and we use our manners, how that can treat people with dignity. It shows a sense of confidence. In fact, research says that people who use manners are more likely to be heard, to be believed, and to have influence in the room. So manners are actually a way for us to have way in God's world and to use His love and His kindness and His gentleness in a place where there's a lot of rude and unthankful people. But on the other side, I remember being in the South at a really beautiful dinner. And because I didn't grow up in a culture that taught me a lot about manners, I felt really uncomfortable. I wasn't sure which fork I was supposed to use, and I wasn't sure at some point when we were doing what. There was just a lot of rules, and I just really don't want this lesson to be about that for your daughter. So as you think about your own culture and what you have grown up with, which side of the coin you land on, I'd love us all to kind of meet in the middle, to be able to teach our daughters about manners and the importance of manners, to have fun with this lesson, and also to not create unneeded legalism in that she's got to perform and be a certain kind of girl, okay? In God's economy, everybody is invited to the table, and we aren't all expected to know how to use our fork a certain way. But the heart of God is to want us to be able to treat one another with respect and dignity, and to stand up tall and to know that we are worthy and we're valuable and that we have a place at the table. So you're gonna get to have a fun date with your daughter. You can have a tea party at home, keep it really inexpensive, or you guys can get dressed up and head on out to a fancy dinner. But really the key to this is to keep the environment fun and attuned to who your daughter is. So if this is a brand new concept for her, set her up for success so that she's not feeling what I felt when I was sitting at that really fancy dinner in the South. But also, give her a challenge a little bit. Make this something that she can be invited to. So maybe ask her, what would she like to do? Would she like to have a tea party with you and all her stuffed animals? Or would she like to go out and get all dressed up? Or maybe you guys invite your family. Or if you want to even take it to the next level, you can invite a few other moms and daughters. And the joy of having a special outing, a date, that you can practice manners is something that she'll remember and probably want to do over and over and over. Now, this conversation isn't a one and done. You're going to be practicing this over time, but I want to give you a tip. The tip is to catch your daughter doing it well and not always criticizing her or catching her when she's not doing it well. The more we affirm her, the more that she will notice what that feels like. And I also want you to take time this month to notice when you use your manners, how does that impact the world around you? I'll end with a story. Not too long ago, my daughters and I were out, and someone came up to me and said, "Your daughters are amazing." No joke, right? Every mama loves when she hears that. But I stopped to think, what is it about my daughters that was so mind-blowing for this person? I'm outside Portland, Oregon, so remember culturally. And the difference that it made when they looked this woman in the eye, they said please, and they said thank you. That was it. It was a sense of confidence that they could look an adult in the eye and not shrink or look away. That is what made that woman go, wow, something's different about these girls. And that's the simple places that I want you to take this conversation. I have one more thing I want to say to the moms who have daughters who maybe have ADHD or are on the spectrum. Just recognize that wherever your daughter's at, you're attuning this lesson to her. Try not to raise the bar too high for her, but to meet her where she's at. That's what grace is. God meets us right where we're at, and he takes each step with us as we go. Have fun. Enjoy. God is with you, and it's good to have manners.